What's going on, guys? Stefan here, S&E's Garage. We did something we said we'd never do. Yes, you guys read the title of this video right. We are the proud new owners of a 2008 Hyundai Elantra. Now, these Elantras and these Hyundais in general are probably one of my favorite Hyundais. They're very reliable, they drive nice, they're super easy to work on, and they're relatively cheap to maintain. So let's dive in, let's check this thing out, and let's talk about what our plans with this car are going to be going into the future. So starting here on the exterior, you will see this is a white Elantra, and it does suffer from Hyundai's white paint issues. This is super common with Hyundais. Any Hyundai you see with white paint that's 5, 6, 7 years old and so on, you're almost guaranteed to see some peeling paint, whether it be on the hood or you'll see them a lot of times on the base of the roof, right where the roof and the windshield meet. This one is good there, but this is really the biggest, what I would call, paint damage on the car. Otherwise, the car is in very good shape. It's got brand new tires on it, some nice Sumotos. The hubcaps are in decent shape. They don't appear to be very curbed. There's a couple scrapes on this one, but you'll see the body on this side is in excellent shape. Coming around the back, you'll see, again, no major dents on the trunk or the bumper. There are a few scrapes. But that is to be, that's normal for a car with 174,000 miles on it. We do have a little bit of body damage here on this side, right by this door. I honestly didn't even see this when I looked at the car the first time. It was after they had washed it for me and brought it here was when I saw that. It has a little dent there, but I'm not super concerned with that. And we do have a little bit of rust here on the fender. Again, I can touch that up, not super worried about it. But you'll see these Sumoto tires, like I said, they are brand new. If anything, it could probably use a rotation because it looks like there's a little bit more meat on the back than in the front. But we're gonna address that in another video. We're gonna go over this car bumper to bumper. I see exactly what it needs in order to be 100%, and then from there we're gonna decide what exactly we want to do with it. So let's hop in, let's start it up. Now, this car did come with some beautiful leopard seat covers. They are going to be the first thing to go, but let's hop in, let's start it up. Starts right up, no problem. Right off the bat, one thing I notice, it's got a little bit of an exhaust leak. You'll hear here, if I rev it up a little bit, you can hear it in person. I definitely hear it. Like I said, we got 173,660 miles, so 173,660. We have no error lights on, which is awesome. And one of the most common issues that we see with these is actually called the steering coupler. So I can go ahead, wiggle this wheel. There is no noise coming from that coupler, so that is a huge plus. We do have a little bit of stiffness here in the shifter. That is a very common problem with these. There's a little ball on the end of the shift cable that likes to rust up, and we are going to check that out. We're going to free that up, make this shifter shift extremely nice. You'll see the back seats are relatively clean, no major stains, no major issues. Check it out. We are super excited to have this car. I think this is going to make for some excellent videos here on the channel. I know a lot of my viewers, a lot of you are Hyundai owners, and several of you have actually asked me about these cars specifically, so I'm happy to have this car here to kind of go over it with you and check everything out. So again, let's come back here. You'll see. Now, this was a smoker's car, so it does smell a little bit like cigarettes in there. We're gonna tackle that as well. That'll be for another video. But you'll see, again, this car is in very nice shape. We have our VIN tags here on all of the doors, so that tells me none of these doors have been replaced. See, I'll bring you back over here. Here we have our VIN tag. And back here, again, we have our VIN tag. So we know, at least on this side of the car, everything's good. So let's come over here, let's pop the hood, check her out. So this is the tried and true 2.0 timing belt driven engine that you will find in the Elantra Touring, the Tiburon, the early Tucsons, and several other Hyundai models. Like I said, this is a timing belt vehicle. Timing belt on these are super easy to replace. I could do this timing belt in my sleep. I actually have a video of me doing one of these on the channel, so check that out. I'm not going to record doing a timing belt again, but this car does need one. One thing I am noticing here is we have our original spark plug wires at 170,000 miles, so we are going to probably address that. We'll probably do a nice tune-up on this. But other than that, you know, I love this engine. This is one of the best four-cylinder engines that Hyundai made, in my opinion. Like I said, they're super cheap to maintain, they're super reliable, and they're very serviceable. It is not rare to see one of these cars break 200, 220, 230, you know, all the way up into the mid 200,000s with this engine, because this is a great engine. Now, the transmission, on the other hand, they can be hit or miss. I have replaced several transmissions in these cars, but this one seems to shift just fine. We're going to take it for a ride in a minute. So like I was saying, this engine is very, very simple. It does have variable valve timing, but it's only going to have it on your front camshaft here on the exhaust side. So basically the way this works is you have one cam sprocket here. The cam sprocket is then basically it's driving one cam, and then the second cam is driven by a chain off of the first one. So they're very simple. There's not a whole lot of moving parts. There's only one cam phaser that you have to worry about failing, and they're just a very basic engine. They do not have electronic throttles. You'll see here is our cable throttle. It is not coil on plug. We have a waste spark system here, so we have two coils that fire 4 cylinders, and they're just this is a tried and true engine. These engines are great, and for some reason, I don't know why, but these cars in particular, at the dealership especially, people love to spend money on these things to keep them going. Most Hyundai drivers don't like to spend money on their cars, but for some reason, the people that own these cars are a different breed. They'll put money into them, you know, they'll make sure that they keep running smoothly, and they love keeping them on the road. So I really think we struck out here with this car. Like I said, not exactly sure what we're going to do with it, but let's slap a plate on there and take it for a ride. Alright guys, so here we go. Slap the plate on there. We're only going around the block. Now, one thing that I noticed in my stone driveway here is that we have a little bit of a rattling noise coming from the rear end. It's actually pretty common for the rear sway bar end links and the front sway bar end links in these cars to go, so that's probably going to be the first thing I'm going to check. But we are going to do another video in the next couple of days where we go over this car from bumper to bumper, but let's just see how she shifts. Oh man, she shifts like a dream. So we definitely have one of the ones with a good transmission here. Like I said, some of these transmissions are a little bit flaky. Sometimes you'll feel them, you know, kind of shudder a little bit, or they'll start throwing codes for incorrect gear ratio. But we have, like I said, we have no warning lights on, and this thing seems to be driving very nicely. So maybe at minimum we'll do a drain and fill on the trans, just to, you know, freshen it up for either myself or the next owner. Because like I said, I'm really not sure what we're going to do with this, but I could not pass up this car for $1,000. It was a no-brainer. Because like I said, these are some of the best cars Hyundai made, longevity-wise, value-wise. There you go, hammer down, plenty of acceleration. I don't know if you heard it, I heard our exhaust leak there a little bit. So that's something else we're going to have to look at, but overall I'm very happy here. I haven't even checked the radio. Hey, the radio works. Look at that. I don't know if you can hear it. I hear a little bit of clunking back there. a very, very smooth driving car. And there's our clunk in the back. Here we are pulling back into S&E's headquarters. So I know a lot of my viewers and my subscribers are Hyundai drivers, and I definitely 100% appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, and this is my way of paying you guys back. Super excited to make some content with this car, show you guys, you know, how to fix these cars and how to keep them on the road, and hopefully we can teach you a little bit of, you know, something about your car that you didn't know. So if you're excited to see more content on this car, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. My plan with the channel for this year is to take this car, turn it into another project, and you know, we're gonna work our way up. So this is our starting point here. Like I said, I'm still not 100% sure what we're gonna do with it, but we'll see where we go. So like I said, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.